excited about it, or he's scared to go out because they thought Europa League is theirs. But my club, Inter, we got Porto. Liverpool are for sale, right? They are for sale, this club. We don't know who's going to be buying them. They got, who they got, man? Who they got? They got Real Madrid. Oh, my God.
They're
The
out.
heritage again. The
They're out.
heritage again and again. It's the final from last year again. The Real Madrid one. You know what? These men, man, they do not face Real Madrid well. They can't win against Real Madrid. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, everybody. And hit the like. And we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about the Premier League, the games yesterday, the Spurs getting slapped at home by Liverpool, Man United losing to the brilliant good evening Aston Villa team. But first, it is one time. It is the brilliant intro time. I'm gonna let you talk about the draw, Rick, a little bit.
Let me get one thing straight. Yeah, I can literally pull up. I can pull it up if you want for David Ornstein, innit? Then Liverpool owners are not selling the whole club. They're doing what Glazers do, and they want they want somebody to come in and buy part of the club so they can get more investment in. So Liverpool fans thinking they're gonna have, brand new owners. You're not having brand new owners, bro. Stop getting excited because it's not happening. But what I will say though, this basically tells me a lot about why there was a lack of investment within Liverpool in the summer. Does that mean that they're going to get anybody in January? But what it also means for me is that if they are looking for investors, right, or people to come in and buy the club, what if they don't get any? If they don't get any, then somebody wants the whole piece of the pie. So it's both ways. It's both ways, because what could happen here is with Liverpool, if they sell part of the club, it could be a bit like Arsenal when Kroenke decided to sell parts to Usmanov. And before, Kroenke had to go back out and buy him out before they could do everything they wanted at the club that they're doing at the moment. So for me, it kind of again, look, Mustafa said it's like, look, Man United fans have got a big history with this. There's a lot of PR out there, man, just to satisfy the fans for the little bit. And that's the thing is, Liverpool have never had that yet. They had PR with the transfer business, but they never had it with the ownership. But I reckon FSG are going to cash out. I'll be honest.
You know what? This is what Spurs did. You know that? Spurs sold part of the club to get funds to buy all these players. They have money because they sold about like 15%. It's basically you're selling stocks in your club. You're selling a part of the club. It's like investors, if you know what that. But that doesn't change that FSG are still gonna run the club. If what you're saying is true, and I believe you because you said it's from Ornstein and stuff, that means the Liverpool fans are getting happy thinking that there's going to be a Saudi running the club or something. No, FSG are still going to run the club. Someone is going to come in and make a little bit of money on the side, but they don't have any say in it. They might have a seat in the board or something, but it's going to be FSG.
I'm going to bring up anyways. I'm literally going to get the tweet and then I'm going to put.
By the time you do that, let me just big up the people in the chat, right?
Oh, yeah, go on, do your thing.
Bailey is here. Give me that Saudi money, and that's what we're talking about, Bailey. But thank you for being. Yusuf is here. Trudon is here. 50 Cent. I get my money at Liverpool new anthem. Who else? Solo MCFC is here. Make sure to hit that like. Osman is here as well. Thank you so much, Osman, for being here. Kai Kat Wong is here as well. PK MCFC, thank you for being a member. Thank you for being. Elad is here. FSG is selling. I don't think they're selling. Elias is here. D1 Million Melly is here as well. Big up to be a member right here. Active Gunner is here as well. Geez, Liverpool fans are gassed. Gunner King, hey, thank you so much for tuning in, man.
Big up Gunner King, man, and his TikTok. If you ain't seen Gunner King's TikTok, go check it out. It's literally the name Gunner King 14.
Yeah,
I believe it's that. I follow him personally.
John McDermott is here with us. Who else is here? HM is here with us. Hey, Cass, it's not a good business move. Openly say that want to sell. They are open to all offers. They are, but I don't think Arsenalist is here, top of the group, and we're gonna see a lot of gooners coming in, right? Like they came to life.
Yeah, of
They're top
course.
of the league. They're oh, let me just tell you, they were fantastic yesterday. I know that people don't want to. You play away at the bridge and you control a game like this. It's fantastic. We're gonna talk about it. But here you go,
Yeah, man.
David
Look, so
Ornstein. Read that.
so people can actually see it. Look, this is what everyone saw. It's the clickbait. It's just like a bit like what happens on YouTube. Here's the clickbait. Liverpool have been spotted for sale by FSG. Sell deck has been produced for interested parties. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley assisting evaluation process. Unclear if it gets done by FSG are inviting offers. But what he decided to put underneath was this bit here, right here. Can you see that nice and clear? By the way,
Yes,
what
it's
this states
absolutely clear.
here what this states here, I'll read it out for people that are not good at reading because you never know. It says there have been a number of recent changes of ownership and rumors of changes in ownership at EPL clubs, and inevitably we are asked regularly about FSG groups or FSG's ownership in Liverpool. FSG has frequently received expressions of interest from third parties seeking to become shareholders. Shareholders. Remember the keyword shareholders in Liverpool. FSG has said before that under the right terms and conditions, we would consider new shareholders, not new ownership, new shareholders, if it was in the best interest of Liverpool Football Club. And then at the end, FSG remains fully committed to the success of Liverpool on and off the pitch. So, on that note, if that tells me anything, keyword shareholders, they're not actually looking to sell just yet. They are looking for investments because I think they want to bring Liverpool up to the next best bit because they are close to being there and they can still be there. And that's it. That's it with Liverpool. Might as well talk about Liverpool in the first game since we're still on the subject of everything. Why not? I mean, look, they played Spurs yesterday. Oh, but before we do that, we have to run this every single show. So anyone that's here, make sure you smash the like button. I think we're on something like, are we on 50 likes? We're on 60 likes nearly. Big up everyone that's here 10 minutes before it's even happened. But look, if you guys are a part of the show, you like Never a Foul, we're going to be running, what's it called?
Membership.
Our membership fully, and it will pretty much start on Wednesday with the call-in shows. So if you're a member, you get to come on the call-in shows. You get your shout out at the end of the video, and we're gonna pretty much animate some of that as well. So we can really appreciate you guys are all here. There's a members Discord. It's got 20 plus members in it already, including myself, Daps, Mo himself, Tyrone from Trafford Tunnel and Never a Foul and everywhere else, and Soups, the genius who creates all of this stuff for you to see visually. So, and obviously Double A. But other than that, you can join in on the call-in shows. You get entry to giveaways automatically. So if you have your email, you send an email. If there's a ticket to a game and you're interested, your name will be put forward. It's as simple as that. But if you want to do that, it's up to you guys. There's no, don't have to, but obviously every bit of support helps for the show, meaning we could do a little bit more for us. Other than that,
someone enjoyed the City Fulham game from the members because there was a giveaway of tickets. Also, there are going to be match tickets and stuff. We gotta put that in.
I might, if there's any Man United fans or anyone that lives near Old Trafford, there could be some giveaways to come with myself, and I'll get you literally a seat right next to me at Old Trafford, which can be like, I think next one's Nottingham Forest, but I'm going to buy my Bournemouth tickets tomorrow. But there's actually a Man City match following. So if someone wants a ticket, I'm just saying, become a member, man, because I might buy 2 tickets. How about that?
Yeah.
So on that notice, and on top of that, if you got nowhere to stay, I've already got my hotel. I can invite you, man, if you're not a weirdo and you're actually of age, because obviously I'm not going to have no one else under 18, because I'm not getting any of that shit. But other than that, of course, if you want to become a member, it's right there. I'm getting my City tickets on. It's at November the 18th. The 18th. But I'm not going to Villa away because it's Villa at home this week, Sean. But other than that, let's talk about the games, man. That's what we're here for. 10 minutes in. Nice little intro. Might as well start on Liverpool, I think, before we go into Arsenal. But I want to section this out just a little bit because it was quite a good. There was actually a lot of good games on this week. A lot of goals.
Yeah. Okay. So let me start by saying one thing. You play at home. You tell me you want to challenge for the title. You play at home. You go defensive from the first minute. And don't give me that lineups and not lineups. Emerson Royale, Eric Dyer. I don't care. Spurs fans are telling us they're going to challenge for the title. You do not challenge for the title when you play at home and you lose games. Listen, do you know that the only team of the top 6 that lost a game at home, apart from Chelsea yesterday, are
Mm.
Spurs. Spurs lose at home. Even Man City went to Liverpool and lost. Even the mighty Man City went to Liverpool and lost. So yesterday, Spurs, they want to say we played the second half and not whatnot. No, listen, they were already 2-0 up. What do you want them to do? You want Liverpool to keep attacking you? It's not gonna happen. Spurs yesterday, I thought they were below par. I didn't think they played well. First half, very negative, as usual. Very negative. They didn't show up. We gotta talk about the Spurs second half. Kulusevski came on, changed the game. Yes, created a goal. Perisic played. Let me ask you something. You watched the game, Cass, and I know. Didn't you think that Perisic plays as a forward better than Son this game?
Let me tell you something. Yeah. By the way, I just want a quick one. I just see it here. Jay Millsy, I love to see that, bro. I see you. I see you. New member, Jay Millsy. I believe he's a City fan. Yes, he's a City fan, and I'll be giving you the Discord. And as you can see here as well, just before, as Daps wrote this, by the way, 100 of you in here I love actually this community, honestly. Wallahi, like this community that we remember. I remember we was loving to see 80 people in here by the time and getting 100 likes by the end of the video. These guys smash it. Yeah, you guys can get me emotional sometimes in my head because I'll never actually cry on camera. Look, ticket giveaway, become a member and get a Chelsea ticket for Wednesday's game, the cup game. So if you become a member, yeah, exactly. And another new member, Olu. Big up Olu, man, the Arsenal fan. It's about time, Olu. Yes. Wow, yes. Hey, come on, my guy, man. Make sure you DM me on either Instagram or Twitter. Both of you, by the way, Jay Millsy and Olu. You got my socials in it. MEFC.cas or MEFCcas or anybody, even Daps, because then I can send you obviously I need to send you the Discord because we're actually talking there quite frequently. So yeah, man. Big up both of the new members. But yeah, Jerry James is going to be tuning next like 2 minutes as well to talk on the Liverpool stuff and a little bit more in depth. But let's talk shit on Spurs. So, because that's what I like to do recently. I like to put Spurs fans down. We're going to actually talk about that. Hey, Paul, we're going to talk about Inter Milan as well. He's not escaping. He's not escaping this chronicle.
I'm not.
No, nowhere near going to escape this one. You think my team lost? I'm in the dumps. He's also in the dumps. He's not even in the top 6 right now. But yeah, so Perisic looked better up front. You know why? There's a bit of versatility up there a little bit for me. And what I mean is like this, right? I don't like him as the wing back no more. I think he can be utilized in games, bigger games. I don't think Perisic will be useful in the smaller sided games where Tottenham are expected to bring the game. But in terms of a counter, I was quite impressed with Perisic yesterday. He done a role I didn't expect. And the thing is with Perisic, he can go left foot or right foot. See, Son can go left foot or right foot. So maybe after the break, we might see that kind of front three. I think it's more. What would you call it? More of a fluid front three if you got Kane. Yeah, so you don't know if they're gonna go left, you don't know if they're gonna go right, they can swap over. Look at the difference when Spurs decide to actually attack Liverpool.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. I don't get content.
Spurs were unlucky yesterday with that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
100% they were unlucky.
No.
About what? Like that? Hit the post twice?
Why I say this, yeah, Mo, is because I think that was a penalty. Because I need to put the same breath as Kai, who's also a new member as well. I love that Kai, man. Big up, man. You guys need to tell me what teams you support. Kai, who do you support? And Olu, you're definitely an Arsenal fan because you'll notice when we come into the Discord that what's it called? That we brand everyone as what fan they are. If honestly not, might have to put one for ones that mutual fans. But big up for being a member. Yeah. What was he talking about?
You're talking about the penalty.
So for me, it was a penalty, and it's not a gender. It's not because I think Jerry will come in. JJ will come in a second and tell you himself. But he's a Gunners fan. Big up. What's his name? Cancelo for Man City got done for exactly the same thing, and it didn't even go to VAR, which is kind of surprising. It kind of surprises me because what I saw was from the referee's angle that he looked like he barged him near the shoulder, Trent. But when you actually turn the angle, it actually is in his back. His shoulder's on his back, and he didn't get the ball. He didn't get nothing. Do you know what I mean? There was no intent to challenge the ball, except he tried to put him off, and it was a bit too aggressive. He got a little bit too tight. So for me, that's a penalty, and they hit the post. They deserved at least a point. I wouldn't say 3 points, but a point, because see Mo Salah, brilliant. This is the Mo Salah that we know. That second finish of his was ridiculous. And I'm going to get the guy himself, Moamen. So big up anyone that's part of the Never Foul Army. By the way, there will be stripes. You'll get graded soon if you're a lieutenant and all that. Come on. But big up JJ in the building, does terrorist with myself, got his own channel. JJ, I need to say something quick time about your channel, yeah? Because I'm gonna put in the description. Your channel's amazing.
Appreciate it.
Because somebody that's only just come on the scene as well, like you could say even myself, like for you just come on here to do it as like a hobby, and you go on your own channel and you don't do the shameless thing. I get it. You're kind of getting there. I see it on the terrace. That's what they're trying to make. But you talk sense and you just talk your logical feelings. And I'm gonna say your channel's growing.
Jerry, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you to say what they're gonna get you to say what you don't want to say, bro.
I promise you they will. I promise you they won't. I'll get onto players if they have to. Trust me.
Like it happened to me, man. Like I started this talking sense, and these guys, man, they're like, they kind of like keep poking you until you're like, okay, I'm joining this.
Yeah, obviously, sometimes you've got to back the beef, isn't it? But deep down, you know, it's like I can talk about my brother, but you can't talk to me about my brother. Do you get it? It's that type of dynamic. So. But yeah,
for real. Nah, your channel's doing great, man. I'm not joking. You do the organic thing. You started off how many months? Like not even a few months ago. Your views, the subs are great. People look like they love to see your content. Not too there's longer videos, there's shorter videos. Your thumbnails are class, by the way, as well, man. So yeah, man. Big up for your channel.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. How you feeling about this weekend though, Kaz? Obviously, you had your prediction. You probably spoke about it, but you had your prediction. You were telling me 3-0.
I said 3-1. I said 3-1. I said 3-1, but I actually meant for the Villa. Like, you know what I mean? I said 3-1. Yeah. The whiteboard was wrong. The whiteboard was wrong, innit?
We'll come to that. We'll come to Man United because it's weird that people just want to get on Man United's back because they lost to Villa away. Like, as people expected Man United to go and smash Villa away. I don't know why, but talk about Liverpool. Talk about the penalty.
Why.
Listen, man.
You know why?
The Trent situation.
Yeah. We're talking about the Trent situation at the moment. What do you think as a Liverpool fan? Like, be honest.
One of those ones, if it was given, I wouldn't be surprised. But it is soft. It wasn't like you could see. It wasn't it was one of those ones you want your for me anyway. I'm the type of person I want my forward to go down in the same way Sessegnon did to see if he can buy a foul. But if it's not given, I'm not out here screaming it's a penalty. So it's one of those ones. It wasn't as bad as the Cancelo one. If you look at Cancelo's one, he actually goes in and he goes in hard. Trent didn't go in as hard. It was a kind of dark arts textbook time. I'm going to give you a nudge, but just enough where it's on the borderline. But yeah, man, that in regards to that, I think that's quite clear.
You know what I think, Cass? Jerry, you know what I think? I think because it was a little bit further from the goal. It was on the left. It was far. Sessegnon already pushed the ball away. He already went to the goal kick. And I think, you know, if Cancelo's one was not given as a red card and a penalty, no one in the world would be talking about this as a penalty. We have been seeing this every game, all years, players pushing players, giving them a little bit of a nudge, especially when they go to the line, try to cross. And we've never seen them given. But because Cancelo and the guy was facing the goal straight 1-on-1 and Cancelo put his hand on him, it was given a penalty. So context, listen, if this is another week, even Spurs fan would not have been complaining about it that
100%,
much.
100%.
Like, this is very obvious. If anybody plays football, they know these small nudges, especially when someone goes to the line, they're not penalties. They're not even fouls sometimes outside the area. They're not even fouls.
Put it this way. If it's a corner, you get those all the time. Even if the ball's coming in for a cross. We've seen Gary Neville used to do, one of your guys, Kaz, used to do it all the time. The ball comes in, you give him a little nudge whilst he's in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you can't be giving, it's still a contact sport. Do you know what I mean? And you have to use your discretion. Like I said, the Cancelo one, it wasn't the same as Trent's one, but if it wasn't a foul, no one would have complained about it either. You would have just forgotten about it. Oh, that was just a moment in a game where he went and barged the play, and it could have been a foul, maybe pretentious. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a talking point.
Soft. So would you say it's a little bit soft? So if we take away decisions and just talk about the game in its breath in itself as a whole, it was pretty much a game of 55 and the 50 minutes, 40 minutes to one side and the other. Because you know what, after that clock went up 2-0 and after about 10 minutes in the game, like I saw him sit deep and it's kind of like, why? Well, you don't need to do that. You was on them all game.
I think Liverpool played, they were expecting Spurs to come on like they did and we're looking to go and exploit space in behind. If you look at Liverpool's best performances this season, they've come up against teams that have wanted to go at Liverpool because then you can exploit the pace of Nunes and Salah. Like one thing that was really, really surprising, like watching the game, was the amount of space that Tottenham actually gave us in that first half for Nunes to spread his legs and for Salah to spread his legs. That's not what you do against Liverpool. We know against Liverpool, we struggle to break down low blocks. And when you looked at that lineup, you did think to yourself, oh, they're just going to do kind of what they expected to do. It just turned out that they didn't do that at all. They were actually going for the game. And I know they weren't great in that first half, but they did step it up in the second half. And Conte himself obviously has even come out and cheekily said to Klopp, oh, so what, did you like the way we played? Kind of echoing the statements that they were actually a bit more front-footed than people would have imagined looking at the lineup before the game. So for me, yeah, in an ideal world, obviously Liverpool, they go and kind of dominate the game completely. But considering how badly we've been this season, and then obviously the momentum, us being like unable to defend, seeing out a game like that, sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, and it is squeaky bum time, but we managed to get through. And yes, of course, Kane scored, but we go and come out that with a clean sheet. It does look like a masterclass from Liverpool, where they got the 2 goals in the first half, and second half they just sat back and soaked up pressure, knowing that Spurs didn't really have any offensive options. It was only Kane on the pitch. So
let me just run something, guys. There's more than 160 people here, guys. Hit that like button. We need to get these likes to 150 likes. It's free. It's underneath your live chat. If you're enjoying this pan, if you're enjoying Cass, New Chim, Jerry, hey, listen, hit that like button. It's free. It helps us big time.
Yeah, and it's also in the link down below as well. Jerry James show is literally in the description if you want to find out more about him. Any Liverpool fans that don't know about him, now you do know about him.
Let me give you one thing about Liverpool. You know what I said about like 3-4 weeks ago with Cass? I said that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, they have to get rid of their egos. They have to get rid of their pride and start playing to their strength. You played against Man City at home. You defended for 90 minutes and you nicked it 1-0. Yesterday, I know that you took it to Spurs in the first half, but most of your dangerous chances were on the counter behind their high line, right? This is not Liverpool that we know from like the last 7 years under Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool go press teams from minute 1 to minute 90, even if they are up 1-2-3-0. They don't sit back. But yesterday, finally, Jurgen Klopp realized that he doesn't have the legs on the player, especially Fabinho, Jordan Henderson. Van Dijk doesn't have the same legs as the last 2-3 years. He cannot defend high line for 90 minutes. They need to sit deep a little bit and defend deeper, compact. And he's doing that. And when he does this, he wins games. Against Leeds, he was trying to attack all the time. Against Forest, you got hit, and Forest had more chances than you. Yep. Jurgen Klopp against Napoli, imagine that at Anfield, it was 50-50 ball position. Normally, Jurgen Klopp would go 70-30 because it's at Anfield. So he is now realizing, I need to change the way I play. I need to adapt to the player's age that I have. Mo Salah is not the same Mo Salah. He's brilliant. King Mo, amazing guy, right? But he needs a little bit of different space. He needs to be central more. He cannot dribble 2-3 guys from the right every game now. He needs to receive one touch. 2 chances for him. He could have had a hat trick yesterday, being just one touch inside the 18 snapshot. And he could. Now that Jurgen Klopp is realizing this, I think Liverpool, when they get the players back, if he just realized that even when I get my players back, this guy Fabinho cannot play high intensity for 90 minutes. He can't.
Yeah.
So now this is why you're getting results against big teams, because you're playing a different type of football that you used to play in the last 4 or 5 years.
Exactly. And obviously there was a transition from Liverpool. So when we first started off, we're a team that was very, very rock and roll. Like I said, sitting back but looking to pounce, and we conceded a lot of goals but scored a lot. We then became the dominant force that we were. Controlled games in a bit better fashion, not to the level of a City where we could break down these low blocks, but with the quality players that you've got with Salah, Mane in previous seasons, they can go and nick you results. And once you score the first goal and you come out at us, of course, we're going to go and come out. I think what was telling is that, just echoing what you've said, is Liverpool now press in moments. So whereas Liverpool used to press for 90 minutes, Liverpool go and pick their moments. So for the 10 minutes now, we go and press. After that, when we get the ball, we're going to keep it calm and we're just going to pass it around the back and try to take this thing out of the game. Then we're going to go and attack. When we lose the ball, then we're going to press again. And that way you can maximize. And because the team still know how to press. It's still within the DNA of the club. But as you said, they can't do it to that top level anymore because ultimately the legs have gone. The percentages have dropped off. We get outrun by every team now that we play. So we have to go and change the way we're playing until Klopp or FSG or
till
God
January,
knows,
really, isn't it?
or whoever, exactly January, or when they can actually get the players in midfield and in different positions now that can go and press the way Klopp likes them to do. So yeah, 100%.
How did you see Nunez yesterday?
Good.
I was going to say that.
Very, very,
I was
very
going to
good.
say that. I was going to say something. You know what? Yeah. One thing I will do, I'll give him some props. He played very well yesterday. He looked dangerous. I'm not joking. Very dangerous. But that's what you expect from an 84 million man. So,
yeah.
But
For
anyways,
me,
look.
But I'm expecting. I'm sorry. I'm
want to see
expecting him to be more clinical. This is a striker that should be more clinical than this. Like, he had a couple of good chances to shoot, and he didn't take his chance. And I know that the passing and all the stuff, but if you're gonna play for Liverpool, and I'm gonna keep saying it, he was so quick. He assisted the goal. He is very good in spaces, but he needs to take better care of the ball sometimes in terms of shooting, creating a chance. I thought yesterday he was a little bit like, he's nervous. He wants to score. He wants to get that brilliant goal that will show people I can do it.
I've been saying that when it comes to Nunez, I think what you've seen is, although for like myself, and I know a lot of fans want to do it, but I never did this, is try to compare Nunez to Haaland. I personally feel he compares himself to those players. He looks around the players in the Premier League, the strikers in the Premier League, and says, I want to be on that level. So every game he goes and plays, he wants to go and be that difference maker. For me, once he gets that ridiculous goal, so we saw the volley that he hit early in the first half against Lloris, that goes in, we're going to get a different Nunez because everything's going to calm down. And what we've seen now is game by game, the more games he's playing, he's becoming calmer. Yes, he's not technically amazing. He's not going to bring the ball out, do you know what I mean, like Berbatov on a sixpence and do a pirouette and put it in the top corner. But what you're going to get from him is someone that just causes chaos. And once he calms down, you see from him, once he gets that goal, he's going to get the next goal and the next goal. And he's proven he has to start right now because he's just, out of anyone in the team, he's the one that's actually causing the most havoc. Yes, Salah's getting the goals and Salah's playing really, really well. But when you look at someone that's as a centre-back or as a defender thinking, who do I not want to play against right now? It's Nunez because you don't know what he's going to do. I mean, he doesn't know what he's going to do. So how is the opposition going to know? So
I've got one last question for you on Liverpool as well, yeah. Are you out?
Am I what out?
The draw, Real Madrid.
Are we out? Yeah, we out, man. We're out. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are coming on here and coming on my spaces and at me saying, look, if we beat Real Madrid, we can win the Champions League. Let's stop. Like, let's just stop. Let's nip it in the bud. Like, yes, it's tournament football. Yes, anything can happen. Of course, there's a chance. It's Liverpool. But to go and doubt Real Madrid, considering where we are at the moment as well, over 2 legs, where it's not just a one-off game, it will be difficult. I mean, the saving grace is the ties are obviously after the World Cup. So we get a couple players in, we get a boost. You never know what that could do to the morale of the team. And obviously,
I like this comment.
I like this comment as well.
I
said this for ages. Big up Hannah, by the way. I said this ages. Look, I don't think Liverpool. That's why I never said Liverpool are finishing outside even the top 4. I said, bro, they're literally 4 points off us for 1. 2, they're literally a midfielder, 2 midfielders away easily that they can get in January. I've said there's a bunch of centimeters that they can grab a quick short-term fix and more of a one that would be sustainable for what they need. And that will change their whole season because
and
it
it's
literally
not
is,
Bellingham. Yes,
it's not. But we said it time and time after again. I think Liverpool fans said it time and time after again. It's not the defense. It's not really actually the attack. It's actually the fucking midfield.
Yeah, no, but you know what? I agree. The midfield is an issue, like in regards to how Klopp wants to play. The problem is Klopp's wanted to play this heavy metal football for 2-3 seasons now. When teams are starting to clock on, it's more than that. It's as you said, it's the tactics that Liverpool are playing in. Is going into games against Real Madrid and saying, you know what, we can't play the way we did against Nottingham Forest the week before. We've got to adapt to these teams. And my problem is that people talk about the midfield. We get a Bellingham in midfield, let's per se, or whoever. If they're told to do the same role that Gini Wijnaldum did, or the same role that Henderson does, or the same role that Harvey Elliott does, then they're not going to play the way they do at the Borussia Dortmund. They're not. Just because you've got better quality, there's certain requirements that these managers are asking you to do. Is that, do you know what I mean? Mbappe won't necessarily play the same way he plays for PSG that he does at Liverpool because the requirements and the role is different. So once I start seeing, like I said, the players are one thing, but then it's implementing those players into a system for us to maximize the potential of the team. So
what about, we talk about Spurs a little bit. Tell me.
Yeah, give it 2 minutes.
Yes. I don't think this is the Spurs that can make top 4 at all.
I don't think so either, man.
Even with listen, you know, I'm a big fan of Antonio Conte. Everybody knows that, right? I love the guy. I think he's one of the most amazing managers that will integrate winning mentality at your club. But the problem is some of these players are dead. Like the guys are like Emerson Real, Ben Davis. These guys are not good enough to play. Langley was okay yesterday. Eric Dyer. These mistakes will cost you lots of points. And Eric Dyer does this all the time, man.
But if you don't get top points against the top 6 sides, where Liverpool have now with City, yes, they lost against Arsenal, but they've also beat Tottenham at their ground, at that toilet bowl, then that's what gets you in the equation of getting the top 6. You can't beat no top 6 sides. I think you're going to get in the top 6. Tottenham haven't beat any. Chelsea haven't beaten any, and they still got a couple to go to. That's going to be difficult, like Man City.
I disagree with you, but yeah.
But you have to beat them, like, and they're not exactly gonna. They're not exactly gonna. Well, you're not gonna tell me they're easy beating the little sides either, or should I say the lesser sides? They're not little. But
imagine if they beat all the little sides, Cass.
Yeah, but you also, to get in the top 4, you have to also get points against the bigger sides. And you have to, otherwise you're going to be hovering around 5th and 6th. That's the way it works all the time, man. If you think about how many losses can one team take to really cement themselves into a top 4 position, Champions League football, comfortably even, or otherwise it might be squeaky bum time for the 4th place, but not really 3rd, not really 2nd, definitely not 1st anyways. But my last part on Spurs is like, I feel sorry for Spurs fans, but I don't, because their chest is out there, like rightfully so. But I love that shit because it's their team. They want to see them do well. But in the same breath, I think Conte, look, Inter Milan looks like you're going to sack someone. Juve look like they're going to sack Allegri at some point. I'm not. There's going to be a couple other jobs on the line that will be available. I think he goes. I'll be honest. It's not like, don't remember, this is my thoughts. Anyone that supports Tottenham in here, that's my thoughts. And I think Spurs fans might know this too, that I think Conte, when there's a bigger job that comes out there, I really do think he just dips. Spurs get a better manager that might be more suited to them. And Olu with a super chat, big up, says Conte's football requires forgiveness from God. I think that sums it up. Yeah. But who says that Spurs won't go and get a couple signings in January? They can get 2 new wing backs, and it changes their whole game already. They have the whole squad back, 2 wing backs, which they can capably get potentially a decent enough centre mid to like a Tielemans. Like I think they can literally acquire Tielemans in January.
I think the mistake they made is 60 million. I think the mistake they made is Richarlison 60 million. He's not worth that. He's not a top striker. They needed a top striker and they got the wrong guy. That's what I think.
If you're playing a 3-4-3, I don't know if you agree, JJ. He's too robust. He's too robust to be playing in a 3-4-3 system. You need to be more fluid, flexible.
Did you see yesterday?
Dynamic.
Did you see yesterday? Conte, listen, I support Inter, so I lived this Conte thing for 2 seasons. He likes 2 strikers. And look at how many chances they created yesterday having 2 forwards. Perisic was very central yesterday. Perisic he needs a striker to be central if Kane is gonna drop deep a little bit. And they don't have that. Son is a wide. Richarlison is not a striker. But anyway.
Neither is Perisic though.
But Perisic is experienced enough to go and be. Dude, he had 3 headers.
Wait, you're saying experience. You're saying experience enough, but I think Son and Perisic are not that far off in age. Yeah. I think he's played striker a couple times.
Sorry, he's played striker. Perisic World Cup finalist. Perisic World Cup finalist. Won the Champions League.
I do think if Richarlison was playing against Liverpool, I think it would have been a different game. It would have been a different game because in a similar fashion to Nunes, he causes havoc and he's someone that in the box with those chances, he would have done much better than Perisic. Perisic, a couple of times, he didn't get to the ball, didn't jump in. That's not his natural position. You can't blame him for that. The one chance he had, he kind of obviously hit the head at Alisson. We've seen Richarlison do that on a number of occasions, and we saw as soon as someone like Kulusevski came with someone that's a bit more attacking minded, it caused havoc. And look, good performance from Liverpool, but Spurs, on the balance of the game, if it was a draw at the end of that game, no one could have been, do you know what I mean, fussed, or no one could have been surprised at a 1-1 or 2-2 draw because of how they played. So I think that the issue with Conte, before we head out, sorry, Kaz, the issue with Conte is you need, in my opinion, you need the fans, you need everyone to be in unison in regards to what he's doing. And right now, what you're getting some fans that are saying, oh, but the football we're playing is rubbish and this, that. And some fans that are saying, I don't really care. I just want the results. And right now we're getting the results, obviously, albeit not on the weekend. I think once you get that, I think you'll see what happened with Atletico Madrid with Simeone, where we're a defensive team, but we know we are, and we're proud of that, and we're going to go and execute that to the best of our abilities. And that way, the fans start to actually become comfortable by sitting deep and playing this type of defensive football. I know it's not for everyone, but once that happens, I think you'll get a better Conte, because right now, the atmosphere in the ground, even once Liverpool went 1-0 up, was really, really subdued, and that affects, obviously, the players and the performance on the pitch.
Last question about. I'm gonna ask you, Cass, about it. Maybe I should ask myself. Are Spurs going ahead against Milan or not in the round of 16?
Find out tomorrow when we do our predictions. Yeah, find out tomorrow when we do our predictions. We're gonna literally just Champions League, Europa League predictions, and I'll try and make a table as well so it looks a little bit better. But other than that, yeah, man.
Chelsea, Arsenal. Let's talk about Kukurea.
I was going to talk about City quick because
I like that.
I see a lot of City comments a lot of City comments, but I think, you know what, quick one on the last bit of Spurs, they could literally get rid of Kane, and I think they can. If my man was to stick around, Conte, I reckon they can go get Lukaku and go get someone that can help him. So I think it'd be good, someone that runs in behind and go get a creator.
What?
I think Chelsea will look to sell. I don't think nobody else would want Lukaku. I don't think Inter Milan will want Lukaku after this season either. I think he can go to Spurs. And I think he'd go under Conte if Conte's still there, because they would have that pool. Am I wrong?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
am I wrong?
And I think Chelsea. I'm not sure if Chelsea will sell to Spurs.
I think they will. I think they would.
Think so?
Yeah, I think they would.
I've been told that they never do business with Spurs. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, no, they never do. But I think if Chelsea are desperate to get rid of a player and they're the only bidders coming in for them, then yes, they'll be like, fuck it. We don't care. We'll get that money. We use it for somebody else. Who are they to us? Anyways, I don't think it's the other way around. I think Chelsea might do business with Spurs, but Spurs just never really do business with Chelsea. And if it comes to selling one of their players,
but let me
player.
see, Gunnar Vittel, he's saying this. Conte will be gone. Okay,
that's why I said if
he's gone, nobody's coming to Spurs. I promise you, Antonio Conte leaves Spurs, Spurs go back to be irrelevant again. Like here and there, you know what I mean? Like here and there, but they're not gonna be like serious contenders. That's what I think, to be honest. The coach makes so that segue great to one of the best coaches that ever came to the Premier League, which is Pep Guardiola. 26th minute, he loses a player to a red card and a penalty, and he controls 70% of the ball, creating a chance after a chance after a chance. This is Pep Guardiola in a nutshell. We will never abandon the way we play. You know what? Dabs told me something the other day. He said that he watched City play Bayern Munich when Pep was coaching Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich got a man sent off, and he thought that Bayern Munich, with a man sent off, had 12 players on the pitch. This is why Pep Guardiola is the best football system maker in the history of the sport. Nobody creates system like Pep Guardiola. Maybe he doesn't read games. This is why he doesn't win the Champions League. Maybe that's why he needed Messi. Maybe that's even with Bayern Munich, 3 years with the best players. Robben at his best, Ribery at his best. He had a great squad. He couldn't win the Champions League. But he creates a system that will make your club noticeable, the biggest in the world. Nobody wants... Don't tell me that anybody would want to play Man City in a Champions League or in the league. Nobody would want to play Man City. And that's because he creates the best system in the world for football. This is just what I think about Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, I don't know what to really ask Pep Guardiola. You think I'm going to be on this show and start bigging up City again? I'm asking a relevant question. Jerry, was that a penalty? There was definitely theatrics in it, but was it a penalty? Because I don't think Fulham players even complained. I don't think Anthony Robinson actually complained about it. I think he just knew.
It was.
Was
I
it?
think. Yeah, I mean, look, I know that theatrics are there and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, I think you can tell a lot from a player, isn't it? Like, if he thought in his heart of hearts, look, that wasn't a pen, he would have been like, no. He'd have been complaining to the ref. Like, he knew deep down, it's a bit of a mad one. So, yeah.
I don't know. I just thought Fulham are very wasteful up front. Like they had loads of chances where they could have capitalized on them, but I thought it was a penalty. To be fair, I saw in real time, not by through replays. I saw like you could clearly tell he took his foot, and I think De Bruyne was kind of looking for that spin. And as soon as you get contact, you're allowed to go down. I got taught that in academy. Go down.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
literally,
what
if you feel contact, you're allowed.
And that's what it is. You have to, like I said before, if that was my striker and he didn't go down and we didn't score from that chance, I'd be berating him. Because you're not playing the game. Like you're not playing the game to you're not playing the game as in regards to obviously trying to win fouls and win penalties. I know it's quite controversial when people say it, but I don't care, man. I don't care. I just want to win games. At the end of the day, no one complains about whether this player did this or did that. Yeah, you might be frustrated that this player dives or that player dives, but at the end of the day, when they get their goal, they get their goal and they get the points the win that's needed. So,
Jerry, let me ask you something before you go. If you want to go, if Man City did not win this game, what was the talk gonna be about the penalty and the record? Because we brought Daps here and he's like, yeah, it's a penalty, it's a record, blah, 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 because they won the game. If they didn't win this game, I promise you, it would have been, oh my God, that's too hard.
You're right. If they didn't win the game, there would be a massive uproar. There would. It'd be like, oh, Cancelo, should have been a penalty. There would have been an uproar. But at the end of the day, they won it, isn't it? They won it.
Exactly.
So we can't say anything. That's what it is, man. They won it. So,
yeah, well, they got no fullbacks for Brentford. Imagine that. Huh? They got no fullbacks for Brentford.
Like, they played,
Nathan Aki left and John Stones right and get it over with.
John Stones or Akanji,
I think it'll be. I think no, they'll win it. But I'm just saying they literally got no fullbacks. Can you imagine that? They got the young boy that scored in Europe, and the other young boy that's in it through their academy, Esbrand. But then they also, I don't know if that Gomez guy's back as well. But they literally got no fullbacks. Like
who cares? It's Pep Guardiola, bro. Who cares? To be honest.
Yeah. I in a bit, anyways, Jay.
In a bit. Appreciate big up everyone in the chat as well. Make sure you smash the like, never a foul, doing crazy things and make like a lot of content, like free bits of content a day. So make sure you're subscribing. Appreciate coming on, Kaz. Yusuf, take it easy, man.
Take it easy, man. I know you don't like to big up City, but let me tell you something, bro. This guy Kevin De Bruyne, man, is like every time he touches the ball, it turns into a goal. I know it's not. I know you don't like to big up like.
I done it on stream. I done it on stream with Daps. Like the guy's engine that game was dumb. Like no joke, that engine was dumb. I think he ran down the byline on the left hand side in like the 80th minute or whatever, and he still pinpointed across to the Haaland, which Haaland would have eaten up. Weaker foot and everything. He's the best crosser in the world. There's nobody in the world that can cross a ball better than De Bruyne.
Now people say Kieran Trippier can cross better than him.
And no, fuck that, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Kevin De Bruyne, mate. I don't see Kieran Trippier trying to do that with his left foot and right foot. But yeah, man, I think Kieran Trippier is definitely up there. But I want to point something out quickly. It's from the chat as well. City in the round of 16 draws. They have got now Leipzig, as you guys know. They've also previously, in the last six odd years, they've had Mönchengladbach, Sevilla, Schalke, Sporting, and Basel. They always have it easy.
No, but that's what you expect when you come top of the group. This is what you expect.
But Real Madrid facing Liverpool. But okay. Anyways.
Yeah, but Real Madrid is a Spanish club. Come on. Don't run this narrative. Come on.
I have to do it for the viewers. But anyways. Other than City, they got Brentford next. They got Chelsea in the cup as it goes, which is going to be interesting to see what both sides will go for in the Carabao Cup. I think Chelsea need this more than City, to be fair. They really need a win under their belt. They've literally gone. I think they haven't done since last couple of years. They haven't. Who did they lose to again before Arsenal?
Who did? Chelsea.
Yeah. Did they not? Who did they lose to?
Brighton. They got dominated by Brighton.
So they drew against Arsenal, lost against Brighton, lost against Arsenal, and they going up against Newcastle at some point. So it's like,
Is it next week though?
Yeah, next week.
Oh my God, this is.
Yeah, it's gonna.
We're gonna talk about Newcastle. We need to give Newcastle a little bit of respect, right? Like maybe at the end, but I need to talk about Newcastle. But
wait one second. Leipzig is not easy, but they beat Ram. Stop that, Millie, man. Stop that, my guy. Just stop. Because Sheriff also beat Real Madrid, But you don't hear me saying that Man United come up against Sheriff and they're going to be a hard fucking team because they beat Real Madrid in the
Guys,
Champions
Real
League the
Madrid
season
finished top
before.
of the group. They didn't care about that
Ah,
game. Benzema didn't
They
even
didn't have no
play
Modric.
that.
Neither did
Benzema
Modric.
didn't play, man. Like they didn't care
Neither
about
did
that
Modric.
game.
Neither did Modric. But I feel like it's another chance to go away. I think that's going to go to Leipzig, wherever it is in the country. I don't know what city it's in. So
Leipzig.
but
It
Leipzig.
is
Oh,
in
it's actually it's called Leipzig. All right, cool. But then there you go then.
Oh
So
my
that
God.
should be fun.
English people. Oh
What do you mean? My geography is really good, but I didn't know there was an actual city called Leipzig. I thought it may be a town or something. I know that Dusseldorf. I know every other place as well. So you know, my favorite German team is actually Schalke.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to like Schalke until they knocked us out in 2011.
Schalke is just my team, man. I don't know what it is, but
listen, 200 people here. 200 people. How many likes are we on? We are on 152. Get these likes to 170. Guys, hit that like button for us, please. It is, listen, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything. And also, there's 200 people here. Make sure to check out our membership right here. Make sure to check out our membership. You can join the Never Foul Army. It's $3.99. It has its own perk. You get access to the Discord, call-in show, and also give away tickets. Like, listen, there's a ticket
giveaway
coming
this Wednesday.
This Wednesday, there's a giveaway ticket this Wednesday for the Chelsea Man City game in the cup. You can be in the raffle for this, and you can win a ticket
as long as you are a member.
As long as you are a member. It's not a mandatory to watch the content. The content will always be free, right, Cass?
Mm-hmm.
Always be free, but it has its perks being a member. So make sure to check it out. It's going to be in the description, the link to join the Never Foul Army.
I expect Ilyas and Pablo to be members. They're members of every other channel but this channel. I can't believe it. I feel a bit disrespected if you ask me.
Yeah,
typical Liverpool fans. But anyways, let's move on to Chelsea. That shit disaster class against Arsenal. Like, I'm not like I'm gonna say that Arsenal weren't any good because they were great. Thomas Partey really stood out for me that game. Like, honestly, ran that show. But boy, I felt sorry for Sterling. Rarely got the ball. I thought it's just like he was not being utilized. Aubameyang had like 8 touches the whole flipping game.
But he missed the one-on-one easiest chance in the game.
Cucurella, don't even get me started on this guy. I swear down, he was doing Titanic on my man, whoever he was holding, and just waiting for whoever to go and score a goal in Gabriel. Like, Chelsea were actually that crap. Honestly, I don't know why they call Stamford Bridge. They should be called Wandsworth Bridge because they're closer to Wandsworth. They are dead food at the moment, and I know they're going to get better because they will get better. But at this current moment of time, I don't know what I'm really seeing from this team. It makes me think, like, what's the point of Tuchel getting sacked? It's exactly the same shit. You can't coach these players. It's like Man United last season. You can't coach that bunch of players. They need to get rid of so much more. And yet, I get it. They got a few injuries as well. ETH here says nothing personal. Clearly, it was personal, but it was nothing personal. Big up Aubameyang. And
it's very strange. Did you see what happened? Gabriel tweeted nothing personal, and Aubameyang liked it. It is
because you can't do anything but laugh. You have to laugh about it, otherwise it just hurts, right?
But let me say something clear, and this is just my opinion. I saw Graham Potter footprint in this game with Chelsea. They are trying, but the problem is they don't have good players to do it. They did it once or twice. You know that Aubameyang chance that they got? It was a great build-up from the back, passes until it was one-on-one. The problem is they can't do this often because they don't have good players. I gotta tell you something. Raheem Sterling is not a top-class player. He's not a world-class player at all. He is as people say, a Pep system merchant. He's a good player.
Yeah,
he's a good player. He's not great. Aubameyang is a good forward. He is. Listen, I was comparing. I'm gonna tell you this. Aubameyang and Gabriel Jesus are the opposite of each other. One of them, Aubameyang, scores chances, but is so lazy. He's too lazy, right? Gabriel Jesus moves everywhere. He's like jumps here and there and get involved and do that, but he can't score. And that's the opposite. But maybe Arteta wants someone like Jesus to give other players a chance to score, and he doesn't like Aubameyang. But this guy, Jesus, is great and everything, but he needs to score goals. You're a striker. You need to score goals. Because he's not a Firmino. Is he a Firmino?
I don't know, but see, Aubameyang, yeah, I've said it before. right? All the time since they got him, they thought he was going to come and be crisp. I've been saying it since he arrived at Chelsea,
You're
right?
distinctly average, but that is a compliment. So, but
You know what I mean? He is just hella average, Mo. There's nothing actually good about him anymore. Like, I don't know why people think these 33, 30, like strikers can go on and in the Prem and be this age. This rare caliber player can do something like that. Benzema, Lewandowski, that caliber when they get older can do it. Even Suarez, when he got older, wasn't all that anymore, man. Like, this is the caliber. Like, Suarez is up there, Lewandowski's up there, Benzema's up there, obviously, and then you get your Aubameyangs and the rest of it. I just think he's not that good anyways. A waste of money. Didn't really need him. Raheem Penny, he's not allowed to be to Sterling. So Olu says that, man, he's not even worth his own name. But Kukureya, man, what was I struggle to understand his form at the moment. I don't know what you're looking at the moment, but I'm really struggling to understand anything, because how is the team that you left in Brighton above you in the table and looking better than you when you got a better squad? How does that make any sense? I'm so confused. And go and get battered by them 4-1. Was it 4-1, 3-1, 4-1?
4-1.
Get battered by them 4-1. You don't look good anywhere. Yes, he stabilized it a bit defensively, I would say, Potter, but he's still got a long way to go. But right now, he's got his players locked up in Azkaban, and his players are locked up in a chamber of stinkers doing shit. And his one must have broken like Dumbledore or something like that. Because honestly, it's like that defense at the back at the moment is moving like Eric Diabolical, fam. It's not that good. It's just, I don't get where he's got to change something. That midfield cannot get a hold of no games. No Kovacic, no Party. Literally.
Yeah, it's
And that's
Mason Mount is.
I don't give man. Mason Mount. I like the guy. I really do like the guy, but I struggle to find anything he's special in. Honestly, I'm just thinking it's just like good at everything, but you know, he's got no speciality. He's not got no special abilities. Everything is like 6 or 7s out of 10 in it where he can do on the field. I just feel like he needs to be putting back in a 3-man midfield, but he needs a type of midfield to help him thrive. Yeah. Like, he's like, to me, you know what he gives me? Jordan Henderson vibes. Captain material, literally great at everything, master of nothing, you know, kind of thing. Good at everything, master of nothing, should I say, not great. Like, he's giving me that vibe. He gets a goal. He's a bit more advanced than Jordan Henderson. Obviously, he's a bit more defensive. Henderson, Mount's a bit more attacking. Just nothing great.
I think Mason Mount lacks cutting edge. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to do it more often. Like, sometimes he scores these goals and I see like, oh my God, he's so great. Between the lines, he scores, but he just fades away for like a week or 2 or 3 weeks. This is very the reason why I'm looking at the at this is that Brazil squad was announced and Gabriel Jesus was there, Richarlison was there, Rafinha was there, and Firmino was not there. But also, at the same time, Fred was called up. So Fred is going to the World Cup. Casemiro is going to the World Cup. Fabinho is called. Dani Alves, what is this? 2010 World Cup? Dani Alves is going to the World Cup.
I bet he's going there though for the fact that he can bring a bit of leadership and he's been there, he's done that kind of thing. I think he's just going to be there for the dressing room, maybe. Do you reckon? Because everyone's going to respect him. I don't think he'll play, but he'll be around the dressing room. It makes sense. It makes sense to me.
One player I want you to know that he's going to the World Cup, and you're gonna get crazy about it. Alex Telles is going to the World Cup.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Alex Telles is going to the World Cup.
How is he going to the World Cup? The guy's got whatever in it. He knows
anyway,
he knows.
It's not. I just wanted
who's
to throw
left back. Who's what other left backs are there that are Brazilian?
They have Alex. The problem is they only have Alexandro. So
here's
the problem with Brazil. Here's the problem with Brazil.
Lodi's better than him. Lodi's better than Telles.
He's not called up. Brazil don't have fullbacks. Brazil, they don't have any fullbacks. They don't have any right backs. You know, they don't have any right backs.
Who's their right backs? What other?
There is no Dani Alves and Danilo from Juventus. The dead.
Danilo.
Dead meat. Left backs, Alexandro and Alex Telles. That's how bad the fullbacks for Brazil are.
What about Ronaldo? The one from
Renan Lodi? No, Renan Lodi.
No, Renan Lodi. There's Ronaldo, the one that's from Atletico.
He's a centre back.
Atletico Madrid.
He's a centre back.
Oh my God! No, there must be a decent enough right back.
There is no right back or left back in this Brazil generation. There is none. It is astonishing, right? Still,
There's gonna
Thiago
be
Silva's there,
there's one.
Marquinhos.
There's one for me. Nah, you know what? Go put Marquinhos there or something like that, man. I don't know. No, you can't put Bremer there. No,
No, Bremer.
there's actually
Bremer's not.
there's not. They ain't actually got a right. Oh my word.
They don't have a right or a left back. Alex Telles and Alexandro are. Alexandro is dead, man. Anyway, but
Oh my word. No, go put Fabinho at right back. He used to be a right back.
Anyway, we're not talking about Brazil. Anyway,
Oh,
about
what about
Arsenal.
Chicken Royale? Hey, Chicken Royale.
Chicken Royale. About Arsenal.
Yeah, you know
bro.
what I mean?
About Arsenal.
Yeah, go on.
About Arsenal. You have to take them serious at the moment. I know that City are good and all, but we have to take them serious. They won away again. People said they're not going to win away because they lost to Man United. Now they won away against Chelsea. Playing brilliant. I think we have to take them serious. This is the best start. The best start in their history. You know that. The best start ever.
I can't cuss Arsenal. Look, I can't cuss Arsenal. I really want to, but I can't. Like, honestly, I would struggle to. And I think Arsenal fans will be licking their lips hearing me say this, but I really can't fault whatever they're doing. They're playing a bit shit at the moment. Well, they were playing a bit shit. They still got through that patch. They get a little bit better. They smacked Nottingham Forest. Great. Not surprised to go Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Hunting ground for them. Confident. Got the win. Deserved the win. And everything for it. And Arsenal are doing their thing at the moment. But I don't know
why can't you take them serious? Why can't you take them serious?
Because you know what is? I think deep down, like myself in Man United, you remember you said to me, why am I not screaming top four? It's days like yesterday why I can't yet scream top four. It's too early for me as a United fan to really do that. And I'm shameless about loads of things. Don't get me wrong. I like to talk context as I'm doing now, but I can't scream it at the moment. It's just I need to be that little bit more convinced because I have PTSD. So I think Arsenal know deep down as well, there's that PTSD moment. But remember, Arsenal fans are not there thinking they're going to win the league anyways. Their achievement, their goal this season was to get top four. And the fact that they're going top four and running in the title contention as it currently stands is that they're overachieving in their own expectations. So their top four positions certified already. They pretty much got their goals there. It's set and done. Now they need to just add a trophy to that this season. But as it's just like that's why I think why they don't take it serious is because some fans, like even myself at times, it's because Arsenal's it's just that Arsenal effect where they could just really fall off. There could be a patch where they fall off. That's what we know as rivals. But they're fans.
They play 13 games, so they have 5 games left before halfway through. They have Wolves, they're gonna win that. They have West Ham at home, they have to win that. They're gonna play Brighton away, they might get a draw and might lose. And they have Newcastle at home, and of course the postponed Man City game. I reckon they get at least 9 points or like 10 points out of these games, 5 games.
And that's fine.
That's enough to be a contender. You know what? If they get,
that's fine, yeah.
Because 34 points, I know that. How many points do you need to win the league? What do you reckon?
Look, Man City have been winning the league with 90 plus points for the how many last seasons. So if you want to win the league this year, you're going to need minimum 90 points, minimum. And they're already on like 33 points or some shit like that. And Yusuf, you're right. Worst case scenario, Arsenal will finish third. Worst case
if
scenario.
They get 11 points out of the 5 games, 11 points, Cass, they will be exactly out of 45 points. And that means halfway through the season.
They're halfway through the season and they're halfway there. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But they got, remember, it's not second half of the season, it's not going to be easy. They won't win. I don't think they're going to win the league. Because why? Is because Man City, look, home and away, Man City have been there, they've done that. They know it's like business end of the season. We'll talk about this quickly before we move on to the next games. Business end of the season. They still got to go to Anfield. Man United are not easy. They're not chop cheese and easy at the Emirates. Like we can grab something from there. They still got to go to Tottenham Stadium. Literally, they always win at the Emirates. They always lose at the toilet bowl. So there you go. Like that's the difference. And Chelsea, if they get a couple signings in Chelsea also have a good record at the Emirates as well, as much as they have a good record at the Bridge. It's gonna be hard for them, but I expect Arsenal, and I'd like to think if I was an Arsenal fan as well myself, that my club go out there in January and go get a few more additions in January, at least a couple.
Where?
I think Arsenal may need another winger.
Yes,
and I would like to think they will have another experienced winger. a Zaha, maybe a short-term fixed winger that's going to come and be an instant. I don't know. Maybe a Tielemans as well. The extra, if Odegaard gets injured, I feel like Vieira hasn't really got himself running at the moment. I think with Tielemans with like 6 months left on his season left on his contract, I feel like Tielemans would be there attainable. He'd be cheap, and Tielemans proved me wrong this season. I'll be honest. He's looking mint at the moment. And if you want to get someone over the line with that bit of quality, I think Tielemans, a Zaha, or another winger, I don't care who it is, just somebody.
Harvey Barnes.
Just go. No. They won't let him go. They won't let him go. If you're going to get Tielemans, they're not letting that man go. But other than that, go get your Tielemans, go get a James Maddison, and go get a winger. Like, because when you think about it, Saka drops off, who comes in?
Nobody. This kid.
No, don't say Marquinhos.
No. That kid that came
Nelson.
Reece Nelson.
Reece Nelson.
You can't rely on a kid like this to win the league. That's I always
that's what I'm saying. So on that part, I'll just wrap up there on the hour mark with the Arsenal talk. I feel like they're doing well. They're going about their business nicely, and the fans are enjoying it. I'm hating from afar, but I'm here, to talk on it. Don't say João Felix. Also, I saw another comment. I'm pretty sure I saw another comment quickly. Someone said that they subscribed to the channel today. I know he didn't write it properly. Someone wrote it. Can someone find it? Can you find it at all?
A what?
Someone said that they subscribed. I wanted to big them up. I was going to do it, but I forgot to star it, man. But someone literally came in here and said that they just found the channel. They just subscribed. And if it is you, and you know that it is you, big up you, man, because I can't find your comment.
Do it again for me, please. Do it again. Comment again. The new subscriber.
Yeah, if you're a new subscriber, do comment again, I beg, so we can highlight that you are. And do like the video if you haven't liked it yet. 176, nearly on 200, 24 away. No, I hate Liverpool more than I hate vegetables, Crocs, and Cass. Oh, there you go then. So yeah, let's talk a little bit on Newcastle, the new top four runners. No, you don't want to talk about Newcastle.
I was going to talk about United first. I'm not. Listen. I'm not here to banter you because I'm watching the game yesterday. No. I'm okay. I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I tweeted that yesterday. Why are we bantering a team like Man United, who are a new team? Yes, they spent 200 million, but Newcastle, Aston Villa spent a lot of money as well, and they got a new manager. And you're playing away, and they have really good players. I think Aston Villa, they have really good players, but Gerrard was a bum of a coach that couldn't manage these guys. Now, with the investment they did, they are expected to at least get a point or play a good game against Man United. And I don't know why. If you lose against Nottingham Forest, yes. If you lose against Southampton, yes. But you're losing against Aston Villa. I know that you want to say, oh my God, we need to banter Man United because they lost. Are you expected to win every game? No. It's a new manager. But the problem yesterday is that it looked like Aston Villa players needed it more. Way more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. John, Jin or John, I don't know if his name is Jin Kaya or John Kaya, new subscriber from Lagos. One touch team he put me on. Man, you have to beat Villa. Come on, Mo. I agree. I know salesman. I've just subscribed and liked as well. I big up yourself, Neil, man. Love that. No, regardless. See, I'm not here to make excuses. Man United should be going out there with that same personnel. Yes, it's going to be difficult with that front line and that midfield, but on paper, that should be doing a lot better than we did. Because when you think about it logically, we gave them the goals in a way, like the free kick, that was the goal. The third goal was from our own mistake again. The first goal was well worked, but that's because why is Lindelof? Why are you dragging yourself out? Let's take away Lindelof and take it out. He's following Watkins. You had Van der Beek watching and Rashford watching, and even Casemiro or Eriksen could have tucked in a little bit because you gave him a free pass in the middle of the park. And then why is Lisandro Martinez having to cover right centre-back for the first 20 minutes of the game? Why does he have to come out of position to cover Lindelof more than a few times? We lost that game fair and square. Of course we got loads of injuries, but so does everybody else. We should be doing a lot better against that team. We didn't really create much, and when we could have got back into the game, but if Ronaldo decided to score that header, there was a header before Luke Shaw. I think after Luke Shaw's deflection goal, Ronaldo again. I'm sick of this man. Again, missing another easy big chance that was cream and crackers for someone like Ronaldo. He decided to hit it into the keeper's hands. I'm thinking this is an easy header. I think every Man United fan expecting him to, score this. He didn't score it.
I'm going to tell you something. Okay, let me ask you something.
No good.
Van der Beek, Rashford.
No
What's
good.
the kid's name?
Garnacho was good. He was
Garnacho,
alright.
Ronaldo,
Like,
okay, and Lindelof, De Gea. I would take the Aston Villa players over these players. Your front four will never win you this game. Never. Ronaldo, Rashford, Van de Beek, and this kid. I would take Bailey, I would take Watkins, I would take Buendia and Ramsey over these four. Every day of the week. Lindelof yesterday was shit. Was so bad.
Don't. Did you just say Watkins and all that? Don't
Yeah.
give me. Don't
Watkins
give me that shit.
Watkins at the
Watkins
moment is
not-
better than Ronaldo. It's better than Ronaldo as a striker.
Yeah, but you said all four of those players. Are you mad? Buendia, has he even scored more than 5 goals in the last 3
Buendia
years?
over Van de Beek all day of the week.
No, look,
I'm talking about the players that you had on the pitch yesterday.
But not Rashford. Nah, not for me.
I would take Bailey over Rashford.
I wouldn't. Nah, fuck that, man.
No, man.
No, because Rashford actually
sorry.
gets big. He actually scores against big six players. There's no way you're telling me you're
guys,
having just because
it's not names anymore.
So Bailey has had what 2 or 3 decent games in the whole of this season. Yeah,
one
last
of them was
season
against you. Yesterday.
Yeah, one of them was against us. That's nice. But Brentford, they had one of the few players had a good game against us, but they haven't had a good game against anybody else. So what now? How can you say you have Bailey over Rashford? Are you mad? This guy's had 2-3 good games in a season and a half.
You saying that Rashford is good now because he scored?
No, I didn't say no. Rashford's a goal scorer, but if I'm gonna choose a player to do something in a team, let's say there's a completely new team, and I'm gonna pick it from scratch like his ultimate team on FIFA, I am not putting Bailey in my team over Rashford. There is no way. That's horrible. Like, I'm not saying Rashford is the best thing since sliced bread.
Rashford yesterday
Leo Bailey
was dead,
is shit, bro. Like, no, he's not shit. He's okay. I'm not saying Rashford is good, but he played right winger, which I didn't get. I think not in that sort of setup anyway.
Who was
that
better
right
yesterday,
situation.
Bailey or Rashford?
Yeah, that was just yesterday. But you're saying overall, you're taking Bailey.
No, Rashford. Okay, listen, Rashford.
Nah, don't do that.
Rashford was good. Rashford was good back. I think Rashford this year is not great. He's not good enough.
Nah, I'm not a big Rashford supporter, but he's doing his thing, coming back with confidence. The same position Bailey was in. But Bailey looked like he was low on confidence under Gerrard and whatever happened last season anyways as well. So on that note, Bailey's come in short of confidence, trying to get his confidence up again. Same position as Rashford. Rashford's got more goals. He's played in bigger games, showed up in bigger games. And I'm not having Bailey there. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's
I absolutely agree with you. Ronaldo was the best player in the world.
Rashford
at
is
the moment,
as bad
as Ollie Watkins is. Ollie Watkins is. I don't rate Ollie Watkins as a top striker. He's just a mid-table to lower half of the table striker, but he's better than Ronaldo now. He's better at the moment. He was never better than Ronaldo because CR7 is one of the best strikers that ever graced the football pitch. But at the moment, you would have taken Ollie Watkins over Ronaldo. I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about overall in the last 2 months.
Yeah, I probably would. Ollie says deep hit Van de Beek or Donny Van de Beek had 5 more passes than Aubameyang. Look, Van de Beek is not good enough for the Premier League. It's as simple as that. I see it. Big up for the super chat as well. But yeah, man, look, we lost yesterday. We got Barcelona now in the Europa League draw. Obviously, I'll give my thoughts on that tomorrow and everything. And that's it. There's not much more to that United game. We lost. We conceded. We kept 5 clean sheets in 7 games. We've been unbeaten without a striker as well. Bear in mind, 9 in 10 games now. So 9 games we were unbeaten. 10th game we lost. I think we just go again against Fulham. Then when we come back after break, we've got Nottingham Forest and we've got Wolves and we've got Bournemouth, which I expect to come back firing against with a fully fit team as well, by the way. But anyways, look, Ollie Watkins is shit. Ronaldo's no good anymore. And what you just said there was outrageous. And that's that.
I would never listen. Ronaldo should never play for Man United again. Never.
I think his time's done. Look, Ronaldo's time's done, man.
Exactly.
Time's done.
I'm sorry. Based on
and he's had a great career.
I would take the best of the 2 worst, which is Ollie Watkins. I'm sorry. Ronaldo yesterday killed me. His movement is shit. His passing is shit. Everything about him is shit. And by the way, I consider Ronaldo the best to ever play football. You know, Ronaldo is my GOAT.
No, not my. He's not my.
Not yours, but for me, because Messi. I admire the work rate he puts in. I admire how he switched positions and all this stuff. But I think that Ronaldo, it's a big mistake that he went to Man United. I know that he had a good season last year. He should have moved on this year. But anyway, Ronaldo is done. And anybody that thinks Ronaldo can play football again for top thing is done. Guys
Well,
think that I'm taking Oli Watkins over Ronaldo as a career. I'm talking Ronaldo is one
Right
of the
now.
worst strikers, guys, in the league. Man United fans were going crazy yesterday on Twitter because he is ridiculously bad at the moment.
Yeah,
He
but
is
look, this is. I'm just gonna wrap it up on the whole thing. Yeah, look, Man United without no Martial or recognised number 9, and at the start of the season again without no DM as well. But quick one before I say it, Michael Corleone LFC says United form is decent. It's only one bad game. You never walk
yes,
alone.
we agree that.
Exactly. That's why I said I'm not overly pissed. Of course I'm pissed because we lost. If you don't get pissed off because you lost, then what kind of fan are you really? Because I want to be up there. I want to be there. But Ollie Watkins in 14, 15 appearances this season has only got 2 goals and a few assists. Like, let's not even get onto last season as well. If we're going to talk about Ollie Watkins, how many goals did he get last season overall? I think he done okay last season because he played out of position. Like, mainly left wing. I think he got like 10, 11 goals, 12 goals. He done all right. I don't think Ollie Watkins is a bad player, but at this current moment of time, who would suit Man United more? Ronaldo or Ollie Watkins? You're right, Ollie Watkins. So, but we need someone that can link up play because we've got those type of players in our front line.
Yes.
Anyways, look, it's going to be a new thing. I still think I'm confident that we're going to get top 6 again. That's all I'm going to say. And that's what it's going to remain that way until end of the season. I mean, end of the year this year. I might change my prediction.
I'm going to say something about Cass, guys. If you're
Here we
watching,
go.
last week, Cass said, I will never say we're getting top 4 unless we win against Villa. So you were honest and you said it. It's recorded. It's last Chronicle, last Monday. He said, I am not confident we get top 4 unless we beat Villa away. And they didn't. And now he is saying, we will get top 6. We're not going to get top 4. So
exactly.
I remember that because I asked you that twice.
Exactly. You're not going to catch me out. I'm the praying mantis in this shit. I say it every video. I'm the praying mantis here. But anyway, I'm going to move on quickly for the last 5-ish minutes.
Yes.
5. Yeah, let's just say 5-ish minutes. Got to talk quickly on Newcastle. Got to commend them. They absolutely fucking destroyed Southampton. But you could say at Southampton that was on its way out anyways, because they were. Hasenhüttl got sacked because of it. I think he deserved to get sacked in the end. But other than that, really, it's like
Newcastle.
They destroyed. Miguel Almiron destroyed them. They actually all the players destroyed them.
Best player in the league. Player of the month. He has to get player of the month of October.
No, he has to. Of course, he has to. There's no doubt about it. Like,
listen,
but remember, it's a new month. It's November now, so
yeah. Newcastle get Madison. You reckon in January?
They have to go. They're gonna have to go for him, but I think because he's got another year beyond this summer, they won't let him go. Not in their position that they currently are, anyways. I think they'll wait till the summer.
Listen, I think there is a Newcastle. Is that a Newcastle fan or United fan?
Is that?
I don't know, but I think
who? Let me check.
Frank King.
Frank King. If we don't invest in January, I see 5th at best. I've got a feeling he's going to be a Man United fan.
Man United.
I've got a feeling he's a Man United fan. Yeah.
I think Newcastle will finish based on what I think is going to happen in January. I think they finish top 4.
You know why I don't? You know why this is all hypocritical? Because
why?
When we talk on Arsenal, when we talk on Spurs and all of it, Man United, we always talk about the business end of the season. When games come thick and fast and you have to play every single week, week in, week out, this, that, and the other. Why has this not applied to Newcastle whatsoever? I get it, they're not in the Champions League or Europa League, but they still got to play just as many cups with a less squad, with not as a quality squad. And they do come in, but the players that do come in look like they know what they're doing. But it's going to get worse. Business end of the season, fitness will come into it.
But they don't have They don't have Europe, so they have.
Yeah, but
I have a lot of midweeks off.
But I'm not. But all right, cool. If we're gonna talk on it plainly, we expect Liverpool to go out against Real Madrid. We probably expect Spurs to go out in February. We probably expect Man United to go out in February. This is business end of the season. They're not going all the way. You got to remember that they're not going all the way. Not all these teams are going all the way. Why has this not also applied to Newcastle? But yet everyone's going to be confident enough to say that they're going to be in this place or that place. Like, I get it. Like, they're only meant to be little Newcastle.
Because they can invest, Cass. Because they can invest and get they can get top 2 players in January. They can go spend 100, 120.
Tell me the last time in January when somebody got really, other than like a Bruno or something in January, you go and acquire top players in mid-season.
I thought they got Kieran Trippier last year.
Yeah, that's not.
He's not a top player, but he fixed it.
Yeah, no, but no. Let me correct you. No. Let me correct you. You said top player.
Madison,
elite player.
Madison.
No, they won't get him.
Why not?
because Leicester won't let him go. If you know anything about Leicester, they don't let their players go straight away. Like, they will play hardball if they need to until the summer, because they need to stay up in the league and finish where they need to go. And then they'll probably say, Maddison, you can do whatever you want in the summer, because they got no choice.
I don't know.
I'm seeing Newcastle top 4 shouts. Why am I seeing Newcastle top 4 shouts? That's horrible.
I want them to go top 4, and I want them because I want change of scenery, because I see what is happening, and I see this is another Man City. Hey, listen, all subscribers, we just surpassed 5,600. And how do you say it in England? Do you say 5,600? Do you say 5,600 like here?
I have all.
Oh, you do? So big up everybody that subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's all a family here. And that's it then for the Chronicles. Cass, you gonna big up the members or no?
I will. Of course, I will. I'm just gonna go get it up right now. But remember, tomorrow, probably around the same time with yourself, Mo, if you are around. Or was it Tuesday? So could do it earlier, could do it later. Might do it at 4:30, might do it whatever. But it will be up. You'll see it. Make sure to put the notification bell on. We're gonna do obviously the predictions for the obviously Europe, and yeah, man, and then keep it moving from there. Because as you know, the World Cup is coming, so we're gonna have to change up everything slowly but surely. And yeah, different types of content again. Because it's not going to be no more Premier League after Monday. There's nothing going to be really to talk about. So we've got lots of World Cup content coming out. We'll be doing loads of different things. I'm just going to get out the member stuff now. For some reason, it decides it doesn't want to do it for me. Here we go. So big up to all the members that have joined today. So quick one. Why is it? See, it's not coming for me. It's not coming up. It's really not coming up for me.
Oh, it's not. I don't have it at the moment in front of me.
Yeah, I'm literally refreshing it right now, trying to bring it up. It doesn't want to come up. Let me try again. Here we go. So big up Olu, Jay Millsy, and Kai. Make sure you DM me on Twitter or on Instagram as MEFCCast or MEFC.cast, so you can get in the Discord. Jamie Pearson, D1 Millie, Callum Roms, Usman, Brianna, Mojis, Daniel. All of you are scum because you support different teams. But big up for being members. Daniel, I just said his name. Chelsea OG, Bailey 19, Sean from Spurs Talk Show, Sid, PK, Jamie Phillips, Mike, Dan, Blue Larson, AK, Montel, BR, 5QD, Claudio, Solo, MCFC, and Mama Flossie. Big up for being members of the Never Foul Army, man. And there's going to be a lot more to come. So, yeah, man. I appreciate 5,600, 5,600, 5.6K, whatever you want to call it. It's been your boy Cass, it's been Mo, and we'll catch you tomorrow.